Hey everybody, welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm that Pete guy.
I am that Justin fella, and we're going to review some comics for you today.
Yes, we are.
We've got three, as per usual. We're going to talk about the Fairest #1 from Vertigo, Hell Yeah #1 out of Image, and Avengers: The Children's Crusade #9.
Of 9.
Of 9, that means it's the last.
Yep.
Pete and I here again in our private dressing room here.
Sorry if the lighting's weird.
Don't apologize. This lighting is intentional. We wanted to light our backsides, so enjoy our shoulders and Pete's shiny little glasses. Let's talk about the Fairest #1. Spinning out of Fables, we see some characters we've seen a little bit of, but it's nice to see more of them. The art in this book is amazing. It's very cool. I love Fables, so this is just a natural pickup for me. Really great stuff. I think it's... Fables has been very good. If you're not reading it, it's great. A lot of continuity has been built into Fables. This is like really fresh, some nice action, characters that we know from literature. We get to see them acting.
It's always nerve-wracking for me when there's something I love and then there's a little bit of a spin-off. Obviously, it's great that we're keeping kind of the main core. We're keeping Bill Willingham, and Phil Jimenez, as we know, does amazing work. So But what's great is you get Adam Hughes' cover, which really sets the tone for amazing artwork. Then Jimenez, just you're off and running. So this book looks amazing and is amazing.
It's the fairest book on the stands.
Oh. Anyways, the cover's a little misleading because you think, all right, it's going to be a tea party that I'm reading. Not the case.
He thinks whenever there are more than two women together, they're having a tea party.
That's not true.
Which is not true. Sometimes they're having a Tupperware party.
You're an ass.
We understand women.
Alright, so one of us does.
It's definitely not you. It's definitely not you.
Whatever. Anyways, so...
Tea party, he said. Keep in mind. I was making a joke.
Alibaba here, and it's...
Prince of Thieves.
Prince of Thieves.
Not Robin Hood, as you might think. Alibaba is the Prince of Thieves.
But what's great is we're seeing something that we know and love, or at least know if you don't love it, and in a kind of a fresh take. You think the story's going to go one way right with the opening, like, Genie Bob, we've seen this a million times. No, not the case. It's very interesting, very imaginative, amazingly written, and just such a cool world to play in.
Yeah.
Different comic than a lot of the stuff on the shelves, so definitely check it out.
There's some great, I love the Firefly reference that we hear here. And we hear a Firefly reference and then a more secretive Serenity reference, which I love. So check it out and see if you can spot it if you're a fan of that as well. Moving on to Hell Yeah! #1.
Hell yeah!
With little lightning bolts, the last generation of heroes. This is an Image series set in a world where a bunch of superheroes came around and sort of remade the world, and it's I think it's going to be it's called the last generation of heroes because I think something bad's going to happen.
Oh boy.
Focusing on one character who's a young man who is in a bit of a couple fights. He's got a girl that is his friend. They go see a band. Lots going on.
It reminded me of you because it's kind of a douchey character. But what's nice about this comic is it's a solid first issue. You know, you're seeing a character. He's got glimpses of could be a hero. Definitely a douchebag right now. But
were you talking about me just then? Or
yeah, definitely.
Just stick to reviewing the comic.
Oh, okay, great. I won't review then you because that would be a poor review. Anyways, this comic just solid kind of first issue. I feel like, hey. Check this out. This is going to be a cool story, cool situation, and I love there's little bits of comedy in here as well as relationship stuff, which I know you love. The old calling late at night. Where are you?
Where are you?
What are you doing?
Exactly. I understand women.
But then, there's some explosions, which are nice for me. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think this comic is angry all the time, wears glasses, and wearing sort of a douchey, yin and yang t-shirt. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I mean by that?
Don't mess with the meditating robot, dude.
Cool.
That's
cool! No, I like this book a lot. It does, I feel like so many books these days, especially trying to launch a series, it's very derivative. We see, oh, that's supposed to be Superman, that's supposed to be Batman. It's an interesting take on whatever that is. But this takes that, and at least I think it's more. There's more world building here. It's more of an interesting space, more original. I'm definitely interested to see where it's going, based on the last page, and it's worth a pickup. Let's move on to Avengers: The Children's Crusade #9. This comic.
All right, you're gonna have to explain some things to me. So I haven't been picking up this series. I heard great things about it. Justin's always talking about it. So this is my first #9 of 9.
Mistake.
Yeah, a lot of talking. A lot of superheroes.
They had to resolve some stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
to make out.
Yep.
I
Just
guess
like
that's what you do after a big war.
that's what we're gonna do as soon as the camera goes out.
Oh.
Now so this series has been sort of dealing with the Scarlet Witch, the Young Avengers, the regular Avengers, X-Men, all coming together, dealing with a bunch of like issues based around like M-Day, like a lot of Marvel continuity stuff. This was supposed to be, in my mind, based on the promo and the press, like sort of a big setup to Avengers versus X-Men. Based on this issue, I don't really see that. The Avengers and the X-Men are here, and they're not happy with each other,
Nope.
but there's not any real setup here.
Yeah.
The Young Avengers are sort of at the center of this, and I don't know if in AVX they're going to be like a part of it. I mean, they'll probably be ancillary, but I don't know if they're going to be the center thing. The big thing here that's been covered by the press is Wiccan and Hulkling finally have an on-panel kiss.
It's a little dude-on-dude action, which is sweet. But I feel like what's upsetting to me, like that's great, yeah, cool. You know what I mean? I don't think that's what this comic is about. But I feel like what I had a hard time with is here are these kids who are taking this war and this battle to heart and having a hard time with it. And it's just a bunch of like veterans who've been through crazy shit, not even trying to help. Like, yeah, suck it up, kid. Nothing. There was just no. And I feel like that was what was upsetting for me. Like all these kids who are having a hard time dealing with all this stuff. Nobody's reaching out. Nobody. Like Captain America's not gonna be like, hey, you know.
It was a little weird. I feel like they had to cram so much like plot into this issue that they didn't get into the emotional beats until they had this big kiss at the end.
Yeah.
Because
Plus,
like there's this weird.
Vision, and that was nice.
They kill Vision, and then Cassie is laying on the ground also.
And then everybody just
and
walks
no
away.
one's even. There, she's just laying there dead. It was just like what?
Someone
They're
tried
dead
to save
body.
him, but then it was like, no, guys, when people
Yeah.
die, it's for real. Oh, really, Captain America? Really? You're just gonna be like, don't save him? I could have sworn you died.
Not
once.
me, because I came through time.
Yeah,
I was in time.
And then like, guys,
He's like,
time travel.
He's
not a
like,
good
we
idea.
can't travel through time to save her. Oh, I just came back from traveling through
Yeah.
time to come back, but Kang, no.
No.
Don't you do that.
Hey, so anybody want to go after the bad guy? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, I like the Kang stuff. There's this great moment where Iron Lad is like, we can save her, and they're like, hey man, if you do this, you're becoming Kang. And it was a great moment where you
But
see
he
this
didn't
hero.
listen.
He didn't listen. There's where this hero is sort of really showing the seeds of becoming the villain that we all know he will become based on time.
Based on time.
It was nice. I will say it was nice having that the Hulkling Wiccan kiss at the end because these were sort of the first out gay characters in like mainstream comics. Not the first, but the first. Like, they really seemed real to me and really like in it. And like
Apollo, like in Wildstorm, that was awesome.
But I know
Midnighter and Apollo, dude. That's a couple.
No, that was. But this seemed more realistic to me. It seemed more identifiable by people who read comics. And so it was nice to see that moment and setting, and then we're at AVX, I guess, and we'll see how the Young Avengers play into that.
Yeah.
So sort of a mixed bag for the last issue.
But thank you so much for checking out the show. Please, if you want to check out more stuff we do, go to the Nerdist, listen to our podcast, and soon we'll be taping at Pianos and some of the People's Improv Theater. So if you're ever in New York City on a Tuesday, we'd love to see you at our live show.
To emphasize Pete's point, our live show is going to be taped and going to be put up on the Nerdist website coming soon in April. It's
so
gonna
show
be
up,
awesome.
make weird signs, and like dress up like Justin and then act like a douchebag.
Okay, you can do that in your regular life. Please do that. Send me some video. All right, don't do that. See you later.
All right.